Vinodini again. Today we are going to discuss about IUPAC nomenclature. For some organic compounds, we will give the name by using the rules of IUPAC nomenclature. By the way, today also we are going to read about IUPAC nomenclature, how we have to name for organic compounds, those things. Okay. First thing, here I am going to take example of my name. By using that, you will be understanding it very clearly. You can take example of my name. See, here I have written my initial first, then I have written my name, then finally I wrote my qualification or Vinodini, I am a CFL. So here I have wrote my initial in the beginning, my name in the middle, my qualification and my suffix. So this is the order of writing, our names, right? So by the way, we have some procedure to write IUPAC nomenclature also. See, here we will consider this initial as a prefix, and this name will be considered as a root word, and this qualification will be considered as a suffix. Look at me. In prefix we have two types. One is primary prefix, second one is secondary prefix. In primary prefix, always we have to while looking the compound, we should see whether any halogen atom present in that compound or not. If there is any halogen atom, then that should be mentioned in our primary prefix. In secondary prefix, we have to see the compound whether it is cyclic compound or non-cyclic compound. If it is cyclic compound, in secondary prefix we should start from cyclo. See, in prefix we have two things. One is primary prefix, another one is secondary prefix. Primary prefix should start from this halogen atom if there is any halogen atom. It's not mandatory in every compound there should be a halogen atom. If there is any halogen atom, then we should give preference to the halogen atom. Then second one is secondary prefix, whether the compound or cyclic compound or non-cyclic compound, that we should look over there. If that is a cyclic compound, then we should start that compound name with cyclo. Okay. If in the compound halogen atom is also there and that is also cyclic compound, then we should start. For example, we take chlorine atom is present in that, then we should start chloro, cyclo. By the way, first primary prefix halogen, we should consider the halogen atom. In secondary prefix, we have to consider the compound whether it is cyclic or non-cyclic. If it is non-cyclic, then directly we can start from root word. The compound is not having halogen atom as well as that is not a cyclic compound, then directly we can start from root word. Root word is the number of carbon. You know very well the number of carbon. If it is C1, only one carbon is there in that compound, then we should start from meth. If there is 2 carbon, then we should start from eth. If there is 3 carbon, then we should start from prone. By the way, if it is having 4 carbon bu, 5 carbon means pen, and 6 carbon means hex, 7 carbon means hep, and 8 carbon means up, 9 carbon means known, and 10 carbon means we should start from dead. This is the root words which we have to start the naming for our compounds. Look at clearly. If that is cyclic compound, then we should start from cyclo. If there is any halogen atom presence is there, then we should start from that halogen atom, whether cyclo, fluoro, chloro or bromo. By the way, if there is no halogen atom, that is also not a cyclic compound, then directly we can start from root word. These are all the root word that already I explained you. And second important thing, in suffix we have two things, in primary suffix and secondary suffix. In primary suffix we have to consider the type of bond presence in that compound. If the compound freely, if it is having single bond, then we can finish the compound name with N. See, single bond means we should finish the compound name with N. If the compound is having double bond, then we have to finish the name with E. If the compound is having triple bond, then we have to finish the name with I. Clear? Single bond N, double bond N, triple bond I. If finally secondary suffix. In primary suffix we will be seeing the type of bond, that is a single bond or double bond, triple bond. Then finally secondary suffix. Secondary suffix, if there is any functional group present in that compound, then that should be, how to finish the compound name with that functional group. If alcohol is present there, then we have to finish the compound name with OH. aldehyde. Aldehyde is there, then we have to finish the name with al. Al. If there is carboxylic acid COOH group is there, then we have to finish the name with ic acid. Whether if C double bond or ketone is there, then we finish the compound name with one. Yeah. So finally, in secondary suffix, we will be looking the final functional group. Once more, I will explain this thing, then I will give more example. By solving this example, you will be very clear about the IUPAC nomenclature. See, this is first thing, prefix. There we have primary prefix and secondary prefix. In primary prefix, we will be considering the halogen atom. In secondary prefix, we will be considered whether it is cyclic compound or non-cyclic compound. Then root word. Root word is nothing, the number of carbon present in that compound. Then suffix. In suffix, we have primary suffix and secondary suffix. In primary suffix, we have to consider the type of bond. In secondary suffix, we have to see the functional group whatever presence in the compound. By using this, we are going to find out the IUPAC nomenclature for organic compounds. Before writing the organic compound IUPAC nomenclature, you should know, you should thorough with this thing. C1 to C10 root word, then bond type of bond, single bond N, double bond E, triple bond N. Then functional group, how we have to finish the functional group name. Okay, now we will solve our example. Two more examples we will solve. By the way, we will be very clear by writing the IUPAC nomenclature. By doing more examples only, we will be very clear in writing IUPAC nomenclature. See, now I am going to take a compound. Now we have a compound. See, this, I told you that in prefix we should see whether halogen atom presence in that are cyclic or non-cyclic. There is no halogen atom, so we leave the primary prefix. Then second one, cyclic or non-cyclic. This is not a cyclic compound, so we leave that. Then we have to start directly. We have to start the name from root word because it is non-cyclic. Also, it is not having halogen atom. So directly we can start from root word for linear compounds. Okay. See, root word means number of carbon. Number of carbon. How many number of carbon we have? 1, 2, 3. If number of carbon is 3 means what is our root word? C3 means pro. Number of carbon is 3, so we should start from pro. That is root word for this compound. So we will write okay. Look at now the type of bond. All the bonds are single bond. Already told you that if all the bonds are single bond, then we should that suffix should be N. Double bond meaning triple bond means I. Will be see here we have single bond, so we have to finish it with N. By writing type of bond as primary suffix and secondary suffixes, what is that? Functional group. Here do we have any functional group? We don't have any functional group, then we can finish it with this. So now this is the name of this compound. Clear about it? Okay, I will solve two more example. Okay, see, primary prefix, we should see whether halogen atom present in the compound or not. So here do we have any halogen atom? Yes, chlorine. We have chlorine. So we should start the name from halogen atom. I already told you, if halogen atom presents in that compound, we know fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, acetylene. These all are the halogen atoms. If it is fluorine, then we should start from fluoro. If it is chlorine, we should start from chloro, as well as bromo, iodo. This is the method we should follow. Now here we have chlorine and we should start numbering. So here we have chlorine, so we should give less number to this carbon. See, if we have started numbering from here 1, 2, it will become 3. If I have started from here 1, 2, which one is less number? Starting from here. Always we should follow where the functional group will be getting less number. If there is double bond, triple bond also, to that particular carbon we should give less number. Okay, now I will start numbering from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. In second carbon we have chlorine, right? We have to start the name chloro. In second carbon we have chlorine, so we should write the name of this compound 2-chloro. Now we will see. Okay, we wrote this primary prefix, secondary prefix, that is cyclic or non-cyclic. This is non-cyclic compound, so we will leave secondary prefix. Directly we can move to root 4. First thing, primary prefix, halogen atom, that we wrote already. Then second thing, it is non-cyclic. Directly we can move to root 4. See how many number of carbon we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 carbons. What is the root word for 4? See, 4 means root word is but. So we should start from but. So but. The type of bond here we have what? All the bonds are single bond. If there is double bond, we can go for E, or triple bond means I, and all the bonds are single bond, so we should finish it with A. Okay, now second carbon is having chlorine, so 2-chloro. 4 carbon we have, so but. All the bonds are single bonds, so N, 2-chloro butane. That's all. Clear? See, we now will take this example. Here we don't have any halogen atom. Also, it is not cyclic compound, so directly we can move to root 4. How many number of carbon we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon we have. So here this double bond is in middle. So we can start from here as well as we can start from here. Wherever we want, we can start from here because it is in middle. Here also we have 2 carbon. Here also we have 2 carbon. So if we have started from here 1, 2, it will become 1 and 2. If we have started from here 1 and it will become 2. Both will give same number. Okay, I will start from here 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have double bond in this second carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 carbon. If it is 4 carbon, then we should start from but. Directly we can move to root 4. Since it is non-cyclic compound, we don't have any halogen atom there. So directly we can move to root 4. Here we have 4 carbon. So I am starting from but. Okay, see the type of bond. These are single bond, but since we have only one double bond occurring in second position, so if double bond means the compound name suffix should be finished with ene. So in second carbon we have ene. So we have started from but, and second carbon we have double bond. So but to ene. Also you can write 2-butene or but 2-ene. It will be perfect. Okay. Then see, we will take one example of cyclic compound. This is all the example for cyclic compound. See now I have taken 3 cyclic compounds example. In cyclic compound, you think that in this each and every position we have carbon. So how many carbon here we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon we have, right? So already I told you, if it is cyclic compound, we should start with cyclo. Very good. We should start from cyclo, and here we have 6 carbon. So 6 carbon means what is the root word? Say 6 means hex. See 1, 2, 3. Here we have 2, 3 double bonds. If there is a double bond, then we should finish it with the root word 6. So we have to start from hex. So also we should start from cyclo because it is cyclic compound. So this is the name of this compound, cyclo, and it is having 6 carbon. So hex. We have double bond, so we should finish it with ene. So name of this compound is cyclohexene. See here we have only 3 carbon, 1, 2, 3 carbon, and there is no double bond. All the bonds are single bond. So this compound name is cyclo. We should start from cyclo, and we have 3 carbon. Root word 3 is we should start from pro. So cyclo. Pro, all the bonds are single bond. Single bond will start from air. So this compound name is cyclo. Okay. Here I have finished with ene because we have double bond. Here I have completed with ene because all the bonds are single bond. Since we have 3 carbons, so I wrote pro. the cyclic compound I have started from cyclo. Then third one, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 carbon, also we have one double bond. So what will be the name of this compound? We should start from cyclo because it is cyclic compound. Cyclo, and we have double bond, also we have 4 carbon. 4 carbon means bute. So what is the name of this compound? Cyclo. 4 carbon means bute. We have one double bond, so we should finish it with cyclobutene. So hope you will be clear of writing the cyclic compound names also. Finally, I will give one more example with the functional group. See, what is the functional group we have here? Alcohol. We have one functional group, already I told you. The carbon which is attached with functional group, that should get less number. So I can start from here. 1, 2, 3. It is 4. See, 1, 2, 3, it is 4. If I have started from here 1, 2, it will become 3. Now it is having 2. So always I should give number from there, because from there if I have given number, then it will get less number. Okay. Now we have alcohol as a functional group. Our root word is, we have 4 carbon. So our root word is bute. All the bonds are single bond. We should finish it with A. Okay. Now in second carbon we have alcohol. Already told you. If the compound is having OH group, then the compound name should finish with OL. So bute. Second carbon we have alcohol group. So bute to all. This is the name of this compound. Also we can use it to write butanol, because the bond is single bond, so they used to use A. Instead of the T, they will add OL, because functional group is OH. Instead of OH, if we have COH group there, which means aldehyd, then we should finish it with AL. If there is COH group, then bute to oic acid. If there is ketone group is there, then bute to ol. So by using this functional group, according to the functional group, we have to give the name for the concerned compound. See, there is another functional group. So some more functional group also there that we can refer. Hope this video will be helpful for you all. Thank you.